She posted, "Just found his old sketchbook and showed everyone. Stick figures and dreams embarrassing." I commented, "Glad you shared it." Then I uploaded the drawings online. They exploded and got picked up by a gallery. When her friends realized she'd mocked art that sold for six figures, I, 29 male, had been with Tara, 27, for 2 years when she posted photos of my old sketchbook on Instagram with the caption, "Just found his old sketchbook and showed everyone. Stick figures and dreams embarrassing." Within an hour, the post had over 200 laughing reactions from her friends. Each notification felt like a small cut. I scrolled through the comments. "Girl, why is he still trying?" "The confidence, though. Dreams really do die, huh?" I sat there in our apartment, phone in hand, staring at my own work being turned into a punchline. Tara was at brunch with those same friends, probably showing them the physical sketchbook right now, passing it around the table like evidence at a trial. The trial of Kevin's failed ambitions. I typed a comment under her post, just 3 words. "Glad you shared it." She probably thought I was being sarcastic, maybe hurt, maybe defeated. I was none of those things. Because while she was laughing at stick figures, I was looking at 2 years of my life with someone who had never once asked what those drawings meant, who had never bothered to understand that minimalism was a choice, not a limitation, that those stick figures had techniques and theories behind them that she would never see because she had already decided they were a joke. I did not argue. I did not call. I did not ask her to take it down. I opened my laptop and started photographing every single page. The relationship with Tara had always been about her world, her career in marketing, her friends, her apartment that I had moved into 6 months ago. I worked remotely as a graphic designer, which gave me flexibility but also made me, in her words, kind of just around all the time. My sketchbooks lived in a drawer in the bedroom. Black moleskins, 8 of them, filled with what I called my personal work. Line drawings, minimalist figures, abstract compositions that explored movement and emotion through the simplest possible marks. I had been working on this style since college, refining it, studying artists like Picasso's later work, Giacometti's sketches, Saul Steinberg's visual poetry. Tara knew I drew. She had seen me with a sketchbook plenty of times, but she had never asked to see the work. Not once in 2 years. "It is just something you do," she had said once, the way someone might describe a nervous habit. Her friends were different. They had careers with titles: social media manager, brand consultant, marketing director. They posted in restaurants with small plates and big price tags. They talked about networking and visibility in personal brands. I was the quiet boyfriend who worked from home and drew in notebooks. 3 weeks before the Instagram post, we had been at dinner with her friend Madison. The conversation turned to side hustles. "Everyone needs a side thing now," Madison said. "Like I am doing photography on weekends, building a portfolio." "Kevin draws," Tara said. It sounded like an apology. Madison perked up. "Oh, really? What kind of stuff?" "Just like sketches," Tara answered for me. "Nothing major." I could have corrected her, could have explained, but I had learned that Tara did not like when I took up too much space in conversations with her friends. So I smiled and stayed quiet. That night when we got home, she found me sketching at the kitchen table. "You should really think about doing something more commercial with your art," she said, "like designing logos or something, actually making money from it." I already made money. My day job was design work. But this, the sketchbooks, this was different. This was not about clients or deadlines or market trends. This was about exploring something pure. "I like what I am doing," I said. She shrugged. "Just feels like a waste of time when you could be building something real." I did not argue. I never did. The morning of the post, Tara had left early for brunch. I was working on a client project when my phone started buzzing. Instagram notifications. Someone had tagged me. I opened the app and saw it immediately. 4 photos. My sketchbook pages, photographed in harsh overhead lighting that made the paper look cheap and the lines look crude. The caption was already viral in her circle. The comments kept coming. "This is sending me, not the stick figures. Dreams really do die. Girl, leave him." I read every single one. Then I read them again. Not because they hurt, but because I was cataloging something, a pattern. These people, Tara's friends, they all thought the same way. They measured value by how impressive something looked at first glance, by how well it performed on social media, by whether it fit into neat categories they already understood. None of them had asked what the drawings meant. None of them had zoomed in to see the line weights, the negative space, the intentional awkwardness that created tension. They saw stick figures because that is all they were looking for. My phone buzzed. A text from Tara. "Sorry, I thought it was funny. You are not mad, right?" I stared at the message. 2 years. 2 years of showing her who I was, and she thought my work was funny. I texted back, "Not mad." Then I opened my laptop. I spent the next 4 hours photographing every page of every sketchbook. I used proper lighting, a white backdrop, my good camera. I shot each drawing like it was going into a museum catalog. High resolution, multiple angles, detail shots. By evening, I had over 400 images. I did not tell Tara what I was doing. When she came home, I was on the couch, laptop closed, watching TV. "You are really not upset?" She asked. "Really not," I said. She kissed my forehead and went to shower. While the water ran, I opened my laptop again and started building a portfolio website. I worked on the portfolio for 3 days straight. I selected 60 drawings from the 8 sketchbooks. I wrote descriptions for each piece, not defensive explanations, just simple, honest context. Figure study year 04, exploring isolation through posture and negative space. Movement series, 12, single-line composition, examining the relationship between gesture and emotion. I kept the language clean and direct. I let the work speak. On Thursday night, I launched the website. Clean design, white background, high-resolution images, my name in simple black text at the top. Then I did something I had never done before. I started posting. I created an Instagram account separate from my personal one. Professional, focused. I uploaded 1 drawing per day, starting with the pieces that had the strongest visual impact. I wrote short captions about technique and intention. I tagged relevant art communities, minimalist design pages, contemporary drawing groups. I posted to Reddit. R art, R drawing, R minimalism. I did not mention Tara's post. I did not mention being mocked. I just shared the work. Within 24 hours, the first post had 2,000 likes. By day 3, I had 5,000 followers. People were commenting, real comments, thoughtful ones. This line work is incredible. The simplicity is deceptive. There is so much tension here. Reminds me of Steinberg, but with a contemporary edge. An art blog reached out asking to feature my work. Then another. Then a podcast interview request. Tara noticed I was on my laptop more than usual. "Work busy?" she asked. "Something like that," I said. She did not ask for details. She never did. Update 1. On day 7, I received an email that made my hands shake. The subject line read, "Exhibition Inquiry, Marlowe Contemporary." I knew Marlowe. Everyone in the art world knew Marlowe. Mid-sized contemporary gallery in the Arts District. Serious exhibitions. Serious collectors. They had shown artists I admired. The email was from the director, Elena Chen. "We have been following your Instagram with great interest. Your minimal figure work has a striking quality that resonates with our current programming focus. We would like to discuss the possibility of a solo exhibition. Would you be available for a call this week?" I read the email 4 times, then I responded with my phone number and available times. Elena called the next morning. We talked for 40 minutes. She had done her research. She referenced specific pieces, asked about my process, discussed thematic threads she was seeing in the work. "There is a vulnerability in the figures that feels very now," she said. "The way you use absence and emptiness, it speaks to isolation, but also to possibility. I think this work would resonate strongly with our audience." She wanted 12 to 15 pieces, opening in 6 weeks. They would handle framing, marketing, the opening event, standard gallery commission. "I should mention," she said, "we typically see significant interest in emerging artists we feature. Your price point would start modest, but the work has real potential." "What price point?" I asked. "For the smaller pieces, we would open at $300. Larger compositions could start at $8,000, but I expect those numbers to climb once collectors see the work in person. I agreed on the call. We scheduled a studio visit for the following week. When I hung up, I sat in silence for 10 minutes. Then Tara came home. She was scrolling her phone, laughing at something. She looked up. "Hey, I am going out with Madison tonight. That cool?" "Sure," I said. She grabbed her purse and left. I did not mention the gallery, not yet. Update 2. The Instagram account hit 20,000 followers 2 weeks after I started posting. Art news sites began picking up the story, not because I was pitching it, because people were talking. Emerging artists' minimal line work goes viral. The simplicity revolution, how one artist is redefining figure drawing. From sketchbook to screen, Kevin Morris's quiet mastery. They used my full name. They included images. They linked to my website. And then someone noticed something. A follower who apparently also followed Tara recognized the drawings. They dug through her Instagram, found the deleted post. Found it because nothing on the internet actually disappears. Screenshots exist. Cached versions exist. They posted a comparison. Tara's mocking caption on one side. A gallery exhibition announcement on the other. Same artist, different audience. The post went nuclear. Comments poured in. She really thought stick figures were funny and now they are selling for thousands. This is why you do not mock what you do not understand. Imagine being this wrong. Tara's friends started tagging her. "Girl, is not this your boyfriend? Wait, is this the sketchbook you posted?" She called me at 2 p.m. I was at a coffee shop working on framing selections for the exhibition. "Kevin, did you see what people are posting?" "I saw," I said. "They are acting like I did something terrible. I was just joking around." "I know," I said. "Can you post something? Like set the record straight? Tell people it was not a big deal?" "What would you like me to say?" I asked. "I do not know. Just that we are fine. That I support your art." I took a breath. "Tara, you posted my work publicly and called it embarrassing. People saw that. Now they see the same work in galleries. They are drawing their own conclusions." "But I did not mean it like that," she said. "How did you mean it?" Silence. "I have to go," I said. "I have a meeting with the gallery." I hung up before she could respond. Update 3. The opening was on a Friday night. Marlowe Contemporary, 7:00 p.m. Elena had sent the invitation list. Critics, collectors, other artists, press. I told Tara about it 3 days before. "There is an exhibition of my work," I said. "Opening Friday." She looked up from her phone. "What?" "The drawings you posted. A gallery is showing them." Her face went through several expressions. Confusion, disbelief, something that might have been panic. "The stick figures," she said. "The minimal figure work," I corrected. "When did this happen?" "Over the last month." "You did not tell me. You did not ask what I was working on?" She stood up. "Kevin, that is not fair. You have been acting weird and distant, and now you are telling me you have been planning some art show?" "I have been working," I said. "Same as always." "Why did you not tell me?" I looked at her, really looked at her. "Because you made it very clear what you thought of my work. I saw no reason to give you another opportunity to find it embarrassing." Her eyes widened. "That is what this is about? That post?" "Kevin, I apologized." "You texted, 'Sorry, I thought it was funny,'" I said. "That is not an apology. That is damage control." "So you are punishing me?" "I am showing my work," I said. "That is all I am doing." The opening had 200 people. The gallery looked perfect. My drawings on white walls, professional lighting, small plaques with titles and prices. Figure Study Euro 4, ink on paper, $4,500. Movement Series 12, ink on paper, $8,000. Tara did not come. She texted an hour before saying she was not feeling well. I did not respond. By 8:30 p.m., 6 pieces had sold. By 9 p.m., 10. Elena was ecstatic. "Kevin, this is extraordinary. We are already getting inquiries about future work." A collector approached me. Older woman, elegant, confident. "Your line work has an honesty that is rare," she said. "I purchased 2 pieces tonight. I will be watching your career." I thanked her. She handed me her card. Museum board member. At 10 p.m., I checked my phone. Tara had texted again. Can we talk when you get home? I put the phone away. The sales totals came in the following week. 12 pieces sold. Total, $64,000. After gallery commission, I cleared $38,400. From drawings Tara had called stick figures, the articles kept coming. Art blogs, design magazines. One interview went viral on TikTok. Clips of me explaining my process over close-up shots of the line work. Tara's Instagram became a minefield. Her friends stopped tagging her, but the screenshots were everywhere. Art communities had picked up the story. The narrative was set. Woman mocks boyfriend's art. Art sells for 6 figures. Woman deletes evidence. She tried to post something, a story. So proud of Kevin and his success, with a heart emoji. The comments were immediate. Girl, we saw the screenshots. Now you are proud. This is embarrassing for you. She deleted the story within an hour. At home, things were quiet. We moved around each other like roommates. Polite, distant. One night, she finally broke. I made a mistake, she said. I should not have posted that. I should have supported you. I am sorry. I nodded. Okay. Okay, she repeated. That is all? What else is there? I asked. Forgiveness? Moving forward. Kevin, I love you. I looked at her. Tara, who had spent 2 years seeing my work as a hobby, as something cute and harmless and ultimately meaningless, who had never once asked what I was trying to say with those drawings, who had shown my private work to strangers as a punchline. You love the version of me that does not threaten your narrative, I said, the quiet boyfriend who stays in his lane. But the moment my work got attention, it became a problem. That is not true, she said. You called my dreams embarrassing, I said, in public, to hundreds of people, and the only reason you are sorry is because those dreams turned out to have value. Tears now. I did not understand. I did not know. You did not ask, I said. She left the apartment that night, stayed with Madison. I did not stop her. 2 weeks later, I signed a lease on a studio apartment downtown. Small, just enough room for a bed, a desk, and a wall of windows with good light. Final closure. 3 months after the breakup, I had my second exhibition. Larger gallery, more pieces. The work had evolved. The figures were more complex now, more layered. Still minimal, but with a depth that came from somewhere new. Elena called it my liberation series. There is a freedom in these new pieces, she said. The lines are bolder, more confident. The opening night, I stood in a room full of people who understood what I was trying to do, who saw past the simplicity to the intention beneath, who asked questions about technique and meaning and process. A young artist approached me, early 20s, nervous. Your work made me realize it is okay to be simple, she said. I kept thinking I had to do more, add more, but you showed that restraint is its own kind of power. I thanked her, gave her my contact information, told her to keep drawing. Across the room, I saw someone I recognized, Madison, Tara's friend. She was looking at one of my pieces. She did not notice me. I watched her study the drawing, really study it. Lean in close, step back, tilt her head. Then she took out her phone and photographed it. Not to mock, to remember. I did not approach her. I did not need to. Later that night, after the gallery closed, Elena and I sat in her office going over sales numbers. Kevin, you moved $127,000 worth of work tonight, she said. Your career is happening. I looked at the contract for a third show. Bigger space, more ambitious pieces. I signed it. Walking home, I passed the building where Tara and I had lived together. Someone else's lights were on in the apartment now. Someone else's life filling those rooms. I thought about the sketchbooks. 8 moleskins that had held 2 years of private work. Work that Tara had turned into a joke with a single Instagram post. She had wanted me to set the record straight, to tell people it was not a big deal, that we were fine. But the record was already straight. She had said it herself. She had shown everyone exactly what she thought my dreams were worth. The galleries, the collectors, the critics, they had simply disagreed. My phone buzzed. An email from a museum in Chicago. Interest in acquiring a piece for their permanent collection? I smiled. Stick figures and dreams. She had been half right. The dreams part was accurate.